G'day folks, this is Raymond Foster. Hope you're doing great. I came across this post this morning on Facebook. It's an individual I added, I think, or added me, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, his statement goes as follows. Open quote. We're not race traitor liberals. We're not self-hating whites. We're not race mixing or race mixers who stab our brothers and sisters in the back. We're not guilt-tripped whites who apologize for our ancestors. Our lands run with our blood, heart, and spirit. Remember who you are. You are the creation of the divine. The most successful, powerful, and beautiful race on earth. Close quote. Now to this, I responded with the following. Use Go Free Lexicon if you want to be more effective. This individual asks, what does that mean? Or what do I mean? So I just summarize it by saying, the lexicon tested and crafted in response to the neurobiological understanding of the anti-white narrative and how the subconscious human brain interprets certain words, phrases, and concepts in a certain light due to conditioned bias. So there is a list of specific words, scientifically proven and constantly tested, which best address and counter the narrative of anti-white hate, like forced guilt, etc. I want to break this down in a second with an analogy or metaphor which will make it even more simple to understand and put across. He responds with interest here. Is there any place where I can find a list of these words? So, obviously I share nowhiteguilt.org and I just give a little example. Here are the main words, concepts which help defend our folk and help ordinary folk get on board with and help us promote our well-being and interests. Okay, so the 5 key concepts of Go Free and of the correct lexicon, the white positive lexicon and narrative, which is the only thing which is able to counter the anti-white narrative. So we have anti-white, anti-whiteism, anti-white narrative, Western kind, white erasure. And now for this analogy, in regards to this original statement, let's say we have Western kind on a battlefield. In this metaphor, this analogy, we're on a battlefield and we're going up against the demons of anti-whiteism who want to white erase us from existence. The words we use and the concepts we put across are like the weapons and armor we wield on this battlefield. If you want to know more, ask questions, I'll go into more details. But to keep it simple, fundamentally, for example, this statement here, we are not race mixers who stab our brothers and sisters in the back. In this metaphor, this analogy, this is a weapon, this is armor, faulty armor, a blunt weapon and fake faulty armor that's not going to save you, right? Which has been given to you by the anti-white demons who are trying to erase us. Okay, another example. To say we're the most successful, powerful, and beautiful race on earth. I'm not arguing whether or not this is true or not true, anything. I'm just saying, this is a weapon in this analogy, this metaphor. This is armor in this analogy or metaphor that has been given to you, okay, by those whom you are trying to defend yourself against. So just generally, if there's some force, okay, some negative evil force who's trying to destroy you, and they give you weapons and armor for you to defend yourself against them and their efforts to destroy you, would you trust those weapons and armor? Do you think they're effective? And do you not realize they have purposely given you those weapons and armor because they know they won't work? And that is what will make you fail and them win. It's called a setup. Whereas concepts, all right, from our narrative, our lexicon, the words and concepts we have scientifically tested and proven with an understanding of neurobiology and applied and put to practice and refined over decades. Okay? These concepts and words are armor and weapons supplied by the folk who are actually being attacked, and we're defending ourselves. So we're supplying these weapons and armor for ourselves because we know they work. We know they're going to make us win. Alright? And we're saying, put down the weapons and armor that the victimizers, the anti-white demons gave you to defend yourself, like these types of concepts, okay? Saying these types of things that old mate said. These are the weapons and the armor given to our people by the anti-white demons who are trying to destroy our people. They give us these weapons and armor in this analogy, this metaphor, these concepts and ideas, these ways of speaking, this lexicon, this language. They give us this language because they know it makes us fail and destroy ourselves, and then be open to the victimization of white erasure and being destroyed. Whereas we have crafted these weapons and armor because we know they win and they defend our folk and they cannot be beaten. So, ultimately it's up to you what you want to do, but just think about it in that sense. Who are you going to trust more? What do you think works better? That which has been given to you by your folk who are with you being persecuted, alright, and has been tested and proven to help defend our folk, and nothing can beat it, or just revert back to the same old nonsense, anti-white lies, bigotry, racial discrimination, MPs, okay, this conditioning that's been given to everyone from birth, which makes us constantly fail, and the victimization and the erasure of our folk constantly increase and grow and expand. So it's up to you which one you want to choose. Take it easy.